Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the South. And I wanted to do a little follow-up video. A few weeks ago I posted a video about the rapid rise and fall of a very promising roadside attraction known as Funtown Mountain. I'll put the link down here to the original video I did. But I did want to do a follow-up because there has been some things happened since that video was posted. Now, I think where we left off was Funtown was basically abandoned. The owner, Will Russell, had destroyed many of the props and left them in the parking lot. No sign that the place is open. And lo and behold, Will Russell decides that he's going to open Funtown back up to the public. And I think it was open for maybe a day. And Will had posted some photos on his Facebook page of people actually at Funtown. There's children visiting, however there's no power, there's things strewn about, very odd. Turns out Will had posted a message on Facebook and Instagram that people could come and get free souvenirs from Funtown Mountain. And apparently people were happy to oblige. He left signs up saying free souvenirs, left the doors to all the buildings open, and people helped themselves, as you can imagine. Will later posted that there was some confusion and that he was just getting rid of surplus souvenirs left over from the Guntown Mountain days of the attraction. This is not true. Apparently people showed up and took basically everything that wasn't nailed down. This includes I think they took refrigerators, freezers, they took a Coke machine, just anything they could grab. People were loading up pickup trucks with expensive equipment and driving off because Will said, come get what you want, and he left the doors open, and people ransacked the place. And what makes it even sadder is that people had donated things or loaned things to Will to use at Funtown. There was a vintage pinball machine a friend had given to him that someone had taken. I think he posted some messages that he just wants his pinball machine back. He was not going to press charges if someone gave it back. I know Will destroyed other things that people had donated. So Funtown completely decimated by Will himself, initially smashing props and then encouraging looters to come and just decimate the place. And the Cave City law enforcement pretty much had enough at this point. The police came along with, inspectors, pretty much condemned the place, put up signs that it was unfit for human occupancy, and closed it off, ran people off. An interview they did with the local news, a police officer actually said that they were going to look into filing a nuisance petition, which would basically, because the cops have been called there so many times, because there's been so much problems associated with Funtown Mountain, that the police were trying to file a petition that would basically force them to permanently shut down. So Funtown Mountain abandoned. You look at pictures online of what it looks like the place has been abandoned for years. But Will Russell, he's not done yet. His rampage is not over. So Will owns 2 stores in Louisville called Louisville. Very successful businesses. Quirky little gift shops. I've been there. Very nice. Will decides that he's destroyed his new business that he was struggling with. So he was going to go do some damage to the businesses that were successful. So he showed up and spray painted and vandalized the front of those stores. I'm sure the people working there, depending on work at those places, appreciated him dragging them into this. So the mad rampage of Will Russell continued to Louisville, to his original stores. At this point, and I've actually made contact with Will Russell. He spoke with me briefly via Facebook, and he said that he would be willing to do an interview with me on Skype, but after that he started blowing me off and would not respond to my messages. I really was hoping he would talk to me. I'd be happy to give. I feel like I would love to hear his explanation. Hopefully, these recent events, it seems Will's gone a little silent on social media. He normally posts frantically on social media. So I think in the last week or so, we've not heard much from him. Hopefully, that's a good sign, and maybe he's realizing what's going on, maybe getting some help. We can hope. That's not it, though. See, Funtown Mountain is in a lot of debt. They borrowed $250,000 from the state of Kentucky, as well as $250,000 from a bank. And both the state of Kentucky and the bank have announced that they have not received a payment since July. I'm sure the state of Kentucky is very embarrassed that they put money into this project and how it turned out. And they said they are exploring legal options. The bank is not playing around that much. They have filed a motion to gain ownership of Funtown Mountain, so the mountain itself could be out of Will Russell's hands very, very quickly. We can hope that maybe someone else will buy this and turn it into a roadside attraction. Maybe Guntown will return. I doubt we'll ever see anything called Funtown in operation, just because of all the baggage that's now attached to it. So, at this point, it's pretty clear. Funtown is closed. You're not even allowed to set foot on the property. The police I think they're actually having to put police officers out there to keep people from ransacking it anymore. So don't go out there, don't cause any problems. I don't hold any ill will against Will Russell at this point. I think it's pretty clear he's going to be held accountable for what he has done in a financial sense. He owes, between the Kentucky and the bank, that's $500,000. I think he's borrowed money from other places as well. So, at one point he was a successful businessman with Louisville, Lebowski Fest, and Funtown. This pretty much looks like it's set to ruin him financially, which I don't wish upon anyone. But I don't think we need to be angry at Will Russell, because I think Will Russell will have consequences for his actions. But one thing I did want to say is I hope that people out there don't see what happened to Funtown Mountain as a reflection on Cave City or roadside attractions in general. Cave City is very much worth a stop on your road trip. They have some great tourist attractions there. They have Big Mike's Mystery House, a great mystery house where gravity, where the laws of gravity don't apply. They have a fiberglass dinosaur park, Dinosaur World. They have a wildlife museum there full of taxidermy. It's really great. And I think they have some sort of big cave there or something. The state of Kentucky, too. The whole state of Kentucky is great for roadside attractions. Louisville's got the world's largest baseball bat. Head over to Calvert City, Kentucky. Visit my friend Keith Holt's Hillbilly Gardens. That's amazing. Whole state's worth your time. Don't let this don't let this unfortunate publicity around Funtown Mountain sour you towards roadside attractions or the state of Kentucky. Please visit. I appreciate you guys watching this. Check out my website, www.thecarpetbagger.org. I follow roadside attractions, Southern culture, that sort of thing. I post regularly, post videos very regularly. And so appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Oh yes, there's there's one thing I absolutely did need to address, and that is there was some controversy in my original video where I made an offhand comment that Abraham Lincoln was born in North Carolina. And I wanted to send out an apology to all the people from Kentucky who sent me angry emails and posted angry messages on my Facebook. Abraham Lincoln was absolutely 100% born in Kentucky. Any theory that he was born illegitimately in North Carolina is quackery and is to be disregarded. It is not mainstream history, and I apologize for promoting such fringe theories. Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky. His mother was Nancy Hanks, and his father was Samuel Davis. And this led to the bloodiest sibling rivalry in American history as Abraham Lincoln led his troops against his evil half-brother, Jefferson Davis. I hope that clears it up. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless Kentucky.